Hello! Hi everyone, I'm going to be doing a video on chakras. If you see me looking down at any point, it's because I have notes about them. So, a little introduction to them without her being distracting. Little lady. But chakras are certain points of spiritual energy that are located in different parts of the spine, and the chakras have been around since between 1500 BC and 500 BC in India. So it's been around for a very, very long time. And they each relate to a specific part of the body, specific organs of the body, and helps with physical, emotional, and psychological and spiritual state of being and state of mind. It's sort of, they link mind, body, and soul, because certain chakras are linked to the body, certain chakras are linked to both, and certain chakras are only linked to the mind and spirituality. And a common way to align them, if any of them are blocked or out of balance or too open, then a lot of people tend to meditate. And meditation can be in whatever way you want. I'm not going to really talk about specific meditation because that's a whole different topic. But I'm going to go through each of the 7 chakras, talk to you about them, talk to you about which specific ones are my strongest and my weakest, all that stuff. So the first chakra is the root chakra. So this goes from the ground up, not the top down. But the root chakra is my personal weakest chakra, and this is known as the foundation of the body. So this is your epicenter of the body. It keeps you grounded. It is located at the base of the spine, and it's supposed to provide security and safety wherever you may be. And what can affect this is what you use when it comes to your basic needs, so food, water, shelter, and safety. And whenever it is blocked, or whenever it's out of balance, you can physically, it can affect the lower back, legs, and spine, which I do have a problem with my legs, with my sciatica. I have had sciatica since I was 12 years old. And when it comes to emotionally, it can cause constant fear of anxiety, nightmares, fear of safety, fear that people are coming to get you, that you're not safe anywhere. And a good stone for the root chakra would be predominantly red. You'll find that chakras they're color coded as well. I personally, which I don't find strange at all, the root is my weakest chakra, and I don't really have any red stones a lot, but a really good stone that I do have to show you would be smoky quartz, or any black quartz. Well, you can actually get black quartz, but black tourmaline is a really good protective stone. Onyx and obsidian, they're very good as well if you don't have any red. Carnelian's a very good one. Garnet, red jasper, red hematite quartz, things like that. So that would be the root chakra, located at the base of the spine. The second one which is my second strongest chakra, is the sacral chakra, and this is located in the pubic bone, and this is responsible for sexual energy and creative energy. And whenever it is open or balanced, you're a very friendly person. You exude a lot of passion, and when it's blocked, you're uninspired. You have a lot of emotional instability. You physically you have sexual dysfunction, so whether it be you orgasm too quickly, don't orgasm at all, have a very low sex drive, anything like that, or anything sexual just makes you feel uncomfortable. And then when it comes to physically and emotionally, you end up getting feelings of depression, you get your fear of change, and you start to adopt addictive like behaviors. Now for me personally, the sacral chakra is my second strongest, mainly because of the creative side. Now I don't have any problem expressing myself sexually. That could be another reason why it's very strong. I talk about it all the time. I talk about it freely. I talk about what I like, what I don't like. I don't have a filter when it comes to things like that. I'm very comfortable, and I think that everybody should be comfortable talking about things like that. However, for me, when it comes to physically doing anything like that, it just doesn't. I would rather do it in my mind rather than with someone else. I don't know. I'm more sexual in like figuratively, not literally, and it's just who I am. But not only that, since being on my anxiety medication, I don't really have any sex drive whatsoever, so that is that. But the color is orange, and again, I don't really have a lot of orange. I do really like orange stones though. I just don't have a lot of orange stones, because a lot of orange stones, I just haven't really come across them. But a good one would be carnelian, more of an orangey carnelian, because there are different shades of carnelian. So a deeper carnelian would be great for the root, and a more orange would be great for sacral. What others? Orange calcite would be really good. I'm looking over tangerine quartz, maybe. That is an orangey kind of color. That's all I can see at the moment. Mookaite jasper could be a very good one as well. So I don't have any here to show you. That would be good for the sacral chakra, but yeah, that is the sacral chakra. Moving on to the solar plexus, this is the yellow one. And whenever I first started learning about them, I always got the solar plexus and the sacral mixed up. But the sacral and the solar plexus are even for me. They are both the same amount. They're both open. I think when it comes to percentage, I think they're both 51. I'm not sure if they're over about, like if they're too open, but I can't remember. But they're both even. But it is located between the navel and the rib cage, so the stomach area, and it's responsible for feelings of power. Now good power, not bad power, not manipulative power or anything like that, just self-empowerment, self-esteem, and then physically it's linked to the metabolic and the digestive system. So when you're open, you feel very powerful, you have a lot of willpower, you have a lot of commitment to things, and you don't give up very easily. Now commitment is not necessarily to do with relationships, it's just to do with everyday life. And when blocked, you have very low self-esteem, you're very indecisive, you can't control situations nor your emotions, and physically you will discover you have a lot of digestive problems, you will have stomach issues, you know may suffer from throwing up everything you eat, needing to go to the bathroom constantly, throwing up, things like that. And the color for this this chakra is yellow, and this can be citrine, it can be rutilated quartz, it can be sunstone, goldstone, pyrite, yellow mookaite jasper. I have a natural citrine to show you. As you can see, smoky quartz and citrine are quite similar, but citrine is it's a lot more yellow. So even you don't necessarily need to have anything like this. You can just wear them if you wanted to, or get a little tumble stone and place them in the corresponding areas of the body. Moving on to the heart chakra. This is everybody's favorite chakra. This chakra, I would say, would be one of the most important chakras because it is the one that we'd probably, if we get that balanced, will probably be unstoppable. But not only that, this connects both the physical and the spiritual self. The first three chakras, the root, the solar plexus, and the sacral, are all to do with your physical being. It all keeps you grounded, your consciousness, all this stuff. Excuse me. While the heart links the two, links the top half, the top three and the bottom three together. I'll talk about the top three in a second. But the heart chakra is also to do with love and forgiveness, and physically it's also linked with the endocrine system, the lungs, and the breasts. And when it's open, you find giving and receiving love very, very easily. But not only that, you have good vibes, you are just a genuinely positive person, and you brighten people around you with a very loving energy. So when it is blocked, you have a lot of anger, a lot of jealousy and self-hatred, along, if not balanced, it can develop into hatred for others as well, but that's not always the case. And the good stone for the heart chakra, usually a lot of the websites and the books that I've seen always say that a good stone would be green stones. So emerald is a really good one. Green aventurine, which I also have. Fluorite, green fluorite's a good one. But the main one that everybody uses, familiar with stones, it is rose quartz. This is the main stone that people use, and I keep this constantly. Rose quartz is not my heart chakra is actually quite weak. It is my root being, I think it goes my root, my crown, my heart, and my throat are equal, or my heart slightly less. My solar plexus and my sacral are second place, and then my strongest is my third eye. So my heart is not that strong. I do find it very difficult to love myself and express, especially expressing love towards others. It's just who I am. But I don't find rose quartz I'm not attracted to rose quartz, but I am attracted to a lot of green quartzes. I keep saying green quartzes, but green stones. So I find that very, very strange. The next chakra I'm going to talk about is the first of the three more spiritual ones, more personality rather than physical body. This is the throat chakra. Now the throat chakra is all to do with communication. It's responsible for speaking up for yourself. It's responsible for speaking your truth. It's responsible for your views, standing up for those views, and basically it is responsible for everything to do with the mouth. So the larynx, the jaw, the tongue. It's also linked to thyroid, which is the problem that I have. And I found that over the years, I found that my throat chakra used to be my strongest chakra, but as soon as my thyroid gland started getting worse, it's now bumped, and my third eye is actually my strongest chakra now, and it's been my strongest chakra for quite a while. You can't clean yourself, little man. He's trying to clean himself. You can see him right there. He has his coat on too, because He has a mark at the back of his neck from Timothy humping him last week, and he stopped that now. I put fell away in, I plugged it into the wall exactly a week ago, and there hasn't been any problem. But I don't want Bruce scratching it. That's the main reason why it's on, because Timothy hasn't really paid any attention to anyone really. He has cleaned Theo and Athena though, but it is also linked to the thyroid gland. So that's a bit of a coincidence, isn't it? But whenever it is closed, it can cause sore throats, thyroid conditions, and headaches. And the main color for this is a light blue, and or teal or aqua. So a really good stone would be celestite. Angel light would be a good one, but I don't own angel light. I'm trying to lift these without, dropping them. And then my birthstone, aquamarine. This is also a stone of courage too, which also links to communication, courage to speak up for yourself. Now moving on to the third eye, my strongest chakra, and we're nearly finished the video. So the third eye is right here, located between the eyebrows, and this is to do with intuition. Physically, it is responsible for the pituitary gland, which I think is to do with growth. So if you have a dysfunctional pituitary gland, I think you have problems with growing. You either grow too little or grow too much. The eyes, the head, and the lower part of the brain, and it is also helps you see through facades and illusions and follow your intuition, follow your gut. A lot of people with strong third eyes have a lot of dreams, have very good memory, have lucid dreams, can control themselves in their dreams, have some premonitions through their dreams. I don't know about that, but I've spoken to someone about one particular dream I had ages ago. I think it was back in December, and she told me that it could have been a premonition, but that's the only dream that I have had that has actually been somewhat of a premonition, I guess. But last year I did have a feeling that my grandfather would be that would be his last year, and by October I thought, oh, like my intuition could have been wrong, and it was not. So I don't really, having a strong third eye is a good thing and a bad thing, because it's not, whenever you're getting a bad feeling, it's hard to ignore. But whenever it is blocked, you can't access your intuition, you trouble your gut, or you ignore your gut completely. You get a lot of trust issues, depression, anxiety, and you get a lot of headaches and get a lot of dizziness. Now the color for this stone, which I find, well, the color would be either a dark blue or purple, and a really good stones for this would be lapis lazuli, amethyst, labradorite, and lepidolite. Now, labradorite is my all-time favorite stone. It has a lot of sentimental value for me. This is labradorite, and as you can see, it's very flashy. Not only is it a beautiful stone, but it has a lot of sentimental value. So I find it funny that three of my favorite stones, lapis, labs, and amethysts, are all linked to my strongest chakra, but this is amethyst. And I do have a piece of lapis to show you. Tiny piece of lapis. Sodalite is also linked, and sapphire, which I do have, but I don't use sapphire for chakras or anything like that. So that is the third eye. When it comes to the dream, I might talk about it in a future video, just in case, because you know how if you talk about something enough, it'll happen. I don't necessarily want it to happen. It wasn't a very positive dream, but yeah. The next and the last one, which is everybody's one of their weakest chakras. It's my second weakest. It is the crown and is located at the top of the head, and this allows you to connect with your highest being, yourself, your subconsciousness, your higher self, your spirit guides, or your if you believe in some stuff like that. Whenever it is blocked, you have a lot of emotional distress, you have a lot of isolation, you emotionally and physically cut yourself off from everyone, which I find I do a lot. I don't go out a lot, like I physically like to stay at home, which is funny because my root chakra is the weakest, and root is all about the home, but still. And the colors of this being white or indigo. So one of the best crystals for the crown chakra would be clear quartz. I like this little piece. It's a Chinese quartz, very small. I bought this from Mystique's Enchantments. It's a shop in Belfast. It's in Smithfield Market. Another good one would be selenite. And then another good one that I can show you. Oh, this one's good too. Tourmalinated quartz. This can also be really good for the root as well because of the tourmaline. Oh, rainbow moonstone is a good one too. I have a lot of crown chakras stones on my thing. I've noticed I have a lot of crown and a lot of third eye. Like a lot, and I didn't even notice that before I did the video. But the crown chakra is one of the hardest to open because a lot of people don't access their subconsciousness, and it's not that easy to open. Like I said at the beginning of the video, you can open it up through meditation, but opening your crown chakra needs a little bit more advanced meditation, which I don't personally do, so I just do it to calm myself down. I don't really do it to connect myself, I guess. But yes, and when it comes to chakras, do I believe in them? I do, especially the third eye, and even if what's the word, a placebo effect, it helps us focus on making ourselves better every day. That's one of the reasons why I like spirituality. It inspires us to be a better person without necessarily judging, and also without restricting ourselves to the point where we feel trapped, and we can easily, leave that behind, in comparison to a lot of more, religious ways of living. So that's how I view it. But I hope this video is educational for you, and I gave as much information as I can, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in my next one. Whoa, bye everyone.